Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of our morning, daily, evening chat?
It's all about the day.
Yeah. We don't have a name yet for it, so we were thinking Good Morning Spring Hill, something like that, but you might not see this in the morning, so...
So maybe, what's up?
What's up, everybody? That's my tagline.
Right,
what's up?
What's up? Or
So,
who knew Spring Hill?
Yeah, who knew Spring Hill? I don't know. We just, basically what this show is going to be about is just current events. We want to talk about local businesses, local events, stuff like that, just to provide you guys with some different outlook on stuff and our opinions, and really just talk about different things.
And we're not always going to be right, and we're not always going to know. Yeah.
I'm always right, so
Okay.
whatever I say.
Hey, there's wiggle room on what I say. So.
All right, so we had talked about this, and kind of an interesting weekend because, everyone woke up Sunday and just having a normal day, and then all of a sudden this news breaks.
Oh, devastating. Devastating news, right?
Yeah. I thought it was fake at first, and what we're talking about is Kobe Bryant.
It was awful.
Did you think it was fake at first?
I was stunned.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't believe it.
What I thought was kind of weird, how does TMZ be the first one to come out with the story?
And I did read online, because I read about it all night long and all day long after I heard about it, that TMZ announced it before they had the opportunity to tell his family, from what I understand.
So they got
I'm not 100%, but that's what I saw on one of the feeds online, and we know how online can be.
Well, yeah, because all the other people, the victims, like, they wouldn't announce them until they confirmed and told their families. Kobe, they announced Kobe, I guarantee, before that they ever confirmed it, and it was pretty early.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder if that's how the family found out. That's pretty sad.
It's such a sad thing. I mean, I looked at, Vanessa is his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa and Kobe got together when she was 17. They met. She was in a music video.
Yep.
They met. She was 17. He asked her to marry him 6 months into their relationship, and they were married in 2001. And she was just 18 years old. His parents weren't happy about it because she, was Mexican descent, and they, wanted him to marry somebody of African descent. But they got over it. Obviously, when you have your first child, games change at that point.
Right.
But my heart goes out to her because Kobe has been her constant since high school.
That's a good point. She doesn't know anything.
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
From what I read, she's phenomenal. She's a strong woman. She really is the backbone and the glue for that family, and he was in love with her. And
do you know if his parents are still alive? I was wondering that.
I can't confirm that. I believe they are, but I can't confirm it.
If you guys let us know if the parents are still alive. I couldn't figure that out. I'm just kind of curious of the whole, now it's like everyone's fascinated, like, what's the background, what's the family like?
Yeah.
I mean, people didn't really like Kobe back when he was in the NBA. And I think it was because he was that guy that worked harder than everybody. He was that guy that dove for the ball, that pushed people out of the way, that was just like a fierce competitor. And,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I know people that kind of annoyed people, but I mean, hey, he didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of Kobe. I'm not a huge sports person, but I've always been around people that liked Kobe. So, but I did read up that this was his helicopter. The pilot was his pilot that flew that plane only exclusively, or that helicopter, excuse me. And Kobe, going back and forth to practice, he missed, one of his girls' games or something, and that's when he got the idea, okay, I'm going to fly a helicopter because it takes me 15, 30 minutes to fly, as opposed to going in that traffic.
I saw that.
And he and Vanessa had an agreement that they would never fly together in the helicopter. So
interesting.
I read that. So, so this was his way to be dad, because that was is really important to him. So he wanted to be there for his girls and during their things, but he also was really committed to his profession. So this was his way to have a balance and be able to do both of them.
To be able to
be in the car line, pick up his girls, and also to be there and practice.
Interesting. Yeah, that's it's sad. So the reason, he was flying in a helicopter basically to be with his kids more, and then that happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still like, did you know he was like, I think he was 41, which is
He
how
was
old.
41.
That's how old I am, and you think,
Yeah.
here's this guy that did all the stuff already in his life,
Yes.
and at 41 you still have, I mean, I feel like I have my whole life ahead of me, and it's so much time and
Yeah,
things that I
just
want to
started.
do.
Yeah.
And I know he was involved with a lot of different businesses and charities and things that he was doing.
Yeah.
Basketball with his kids. So kind of makes you put things,
In perspective.
in perspective, and say, wow, you don't know when your time, I guess, is
Yeah.
coming. I know that's kind of gloomy, but
You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, right? So, and then he, and you could tell, I mean, he was committed to the sport. They were going to, to watch a game, right?
I think
With
they were going to
other-
like
or
his
practice or something.
Yeah.
His-
Yep.
Yeah, and they had another coach in the car with his wife and his daughter, John. How do you say that last name again, Matt?
I think it's Altobelli.
Altobelli.
Yep, that was the
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah, and he had his daughter, and so, I just think of that poor family, because now there's a son and a daughter that, is without a sister, a mother, and a dad, and that's a lot to take in one day. It's hard to lose one person. It's really hard to lose.
Yeah,
More
like
than one.
I saw that family picture of the Altobellis,
Yeah.
and I was just sitting here thinking, like, okay, so does the son and the other daughter that lived, are they living in the house where the parents live, and then that's like it, like?
Well, I think the son went off to college.
Okay.
He's older.
But it just
But
like,
still, yeah.
I just think about, like, you come back to the house that your parents owned, and maybe you live there, and like they're not coming back, and you're just kind of like having to pick up all their stuff and do, I mean, whatever you have to do. I don't know,
Yeah. Oh my
kind of
gosh.
very sad. So
Well, what a magnificent player, and man. And I know that he was trademarking, I think it was like a mambasita or something for his daughter, because she was wanting to follow in his footsteps.
oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, it's really sad. We hate to start this off with such a sad subject, but I just know everybody, it's just something that we felt strongly about, that we wanted to talk about.
yeah, that's surprising.
So I guess I think the lesson that I took from it, even though he passed away, it's like amazing the stuff he was doing.
Yes.
I mean, stepping up as a parent, as a professional, the things he did when he was in the NBA. So it kind of made me say, all right, like, your time could be short, spend it wisely.
Yeah.
So I don't know, if you're like sitting on the couch all the time, or just doing kind of some mindless things and not really taking advantage of your time, I don't know, I'd recommend maybe getting up and doing something amazing, or trying to, rather than letting it just waste away.
You don't, the thing about it is, it's, to your kids, it's amazing just to spend time with mom and dad and to have the undivided attention, right? So what is amazing to one person could be a totally different thing that's amazing to another. So you don't have to be starting a huge nonprofit to be considered amazing.
Right. You don't have to be an NBA superstar. It's not.
I know. He was drafted, 1996, right out of high school?
Yeah.
Wow, right?
Yeah.
I do lucky making a hoop.
Yeah.
So, that's not
just-
going to be my amazing. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, just do something, especially with your family, and you want to leave some kind of legacy or impression on people where they're like, wow, what a great guy or a girl that was, and they did some amazing things. They were so nice, you know, that type of thing. You don't want to just fade away with having done nothing with your life. So
yeah, I hear you. How do we end on a positive note?
I know.
Matt?
Wah, wah. So anyways, what about what's going on with you? Anything fun lately? What's going on with your business, your family, anything?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's all been fun. So this past weekend, Matt had actually said, hey, Jaimee, you need to try out Opryland Hotel. They have an awesome water park. We went there. So Opryland Hotel has the water sound waves, which is really cool. And it was cold outside, so it was rainy this weekend. It was cold, so we went there. We spent the night. We, you know, had some friends with us. It was super fun, and it was good for all ages. Like, we had a little baby there that was about 18 months, all the way to, like, well, if you count us, a little bit older, but we're going to count the kids, so to 12 years old.
Did you do the lazy river?
We did the lazy river.
I love the lazy river. My son would not stop going around that thing. I'm like
really?
15 times around. I'm thinking, all right, I'm done floating around this thing.
So we did that there's a big, huge float that you can get on. You got to have 4 more people sit on it.
Okay.
And it's a ride that you go down. We did that.
Oh, we didn't do that. My son, the water slide thing?
Yeah, they have so many water slides.
See, my son's like afraid of that stuff.
Oh, yeah?
I should have, and I was just not feeling athletic at the time. You know, I felt like I was going to.
Oh, it's really, and you don't get really, really wet. I mean, you get wet.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but you don't get wet. And right now, I mean, the lines were so small, so we're just.
Oh yeah.
Sunday's much better than Saturday.
Did you make the mistake of getting lunch inside the water park area? And I say that because of the pricing.
Oh, because of the pricing? No, we didn't.
Okay.
We didn't. We ate before we went.
Okay, so I just want to warn you guys. I mean, it's cool. There's a whole like area to eat inside the water park, and you can get wine, beer, food, all this stuff.
Really?
So we got like a little lunch. It was like $90.
No.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I don't make this much money. I mean, so anyways, you know, you might just like smuggle your own food in or eat before.
Eat before. Lockers, you're going to have a locker.
Yeah.
There's really nowhere to put your stuff.
Yep.
So you want to prepare for that. They have a cool thing where you can dry your bathing suit. Did you try that?
Yeah,
I
did.
Your bathing suit in and you dry it. But they also have this big thing like you dry your body.
Yeah, you walk in and it's like.
I know.
I forget. It's heat and air, right?
Heat and air.
It's like a giant blow dryer that you walk in and it just.
And you don't need towels. They have towels everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I love that.
Just bring dry clothes. Bring dry clothes. They have towels. They
You
even
can
have
just-
showers in the bathrooms.
Oh yeah.
Which
You can
we
just
didn't use that.
like I love when I can just use towels freely and just throw
I know,
them
you
wherever
have
I
to
want.
walk, yeah,
I'm like, I'll take another one just to dry my hands. It's awesome because you can't do that at home. You know, I've got like one towel. Like I've got to make sure it's good for the week.
Yeah, and you know it's so great because you have these wristbands. So to come in or go out, you have to be scanned.
Oh, that's right.
So if you have like younger kids, but they're old enough to kind of run around, like 11, 12, that's what I had. It was so nice because you can kind of let them go free, and there's lifeguards everywhere.
So you let your kids run free?
My older one.
Okay.
I have a 5-year-old daughter. She didn't get to go free.
So would you see? We've got. That's tough because we have Ethan, and then Blake is like at 8. So they're both not quite old enough, and we don't want Blake alone.
Yeah,
I mean,
and my 11-year-old is a really strong swimmer.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, my son would not very strong swimmer.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you know.
But I feel like the only place you have to worry about that is in the lazy river.
Right. Yeah.
Did you do the flow rider? So they have the flow rider where you stand up on the boards.
No, there was a huge line for that the whole time.
There was such a huge line, and I made my son and his friend wait in line for it.
And they did it?
Oh yeah, they loved it.
Interesting.
But they had to wait about an hour. But it was worth the hour because they give you a lot of time on it.
I can't wait an hour for anything. I'm like, okay, I'm done. But whatever. Well,
Oh, goodness.
that's cool. That sounds like it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you live in Nashville and you're trying to think of something just to do, especially like over the winter or just a random weekend, in the hotel. Did you stay a night in the hotel?
We stayed, and I don't know what the tickets were for the thing, but I think it's just as cost efficient to stay in the hotel.
It
than
is,
the
yeah.
tickets. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like they do something where it ties it in, where it's.
Yeah.
But staying in the hotel is cool.
Yes.
You walk through all those like, what is it called? Like a rainforest kind
And all
of.
of that, and they have the water light show. It's just it's a good weekend getaway without getting away.
Yeah. Grab yourself a beer, walk around. You know, it's kind of. Yeah, you don't have to go anywhere.
You can get transportation to downtown Nashville if you wanted to do a night. That's
No.
part of staying at Opryland. I didn't know that. They said if you need to take a shuttle, we'll shuttle you to downtown and we'll shuttle you back.
Interesting.
Really interesting.
See, like,
Right?
I know, like, if you have little kids, for me, you know, we spend time trying to go to all these places.
Yeah.
And really, the hotel is what is almost most important for my kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They love it, right?
So Opryland has a water park. It has all these cool places you can walk. I mean, you can get to Nashville. So it's like almost like better than going anywhere else is just to stay here and just go to Opryland, save your gas money, your flight money, and just stay in the hotel.
And spend your money in the hotel. And they have good food.
And they've got coffee. I love that I can get up, get my
Get your
coffee.
coffee.
We're actually at Legacy Coffee in Spring Hill right now. I just wanted to give them a shout out.
Yeah.
So
Enjoying some of the decaffeinated coffee they have here.
decaf. That is so amateur.
I know. I just can't do a full blown
drinks
caffeine. I'll be doing
decaf?
backflips for you guys, right?
Oh my gosh.
That's scary.
She like accidentally drank caffeine last time and she was like, Matt, I might have to get going. I'm feeling a little anxious.
We gotta go on a jog.
It's like sweat dripping down her forehead.
Oh
I'm
gosh,
going,
can't handle it. So what did you guys do? Anything cool or fun?
We're just coming off being sick.
Oh yeah, you guys had the flu.
We had the flu for like a week, and then it took like 5 days. We're still not normal.
So I have to ask, you guys have the flu. I know you have an amazing wife.
She's amazing.
So was she charged with having the flu herself and taking care of her 3 guys?
She was. She did good. But at one point we were cracking up because we were both so sick. The kids just basically had the run of the house. So like they were eating snacks, playing PlayStation, and we couldn't. There was probably 2 days where they did anything they wanted in the house.
And you just lay there.
Yeah. I would get up and I'd be like, okay, I gotta go get a drink. And I'm walking through the house and you know, there's my son with one of those like candy cane shaped things full of M&Ms.
Oh yeah.
And he's got the full thing and he's just
he's chugging it.
And he's playing the PlayStation. The other's sitting over there drinking some juice and I was like, whatever.
It's not even, the energy's not there to even say anything.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, we're just recovering from that. That was pretty rough. I think a lot of people probably can relate.
Yeah, right?
Lots of
people. You guys do the flu shot?
Everyone in my family did except for me. You.
And you got it anyways.
Uh-huh.
So.
Well, you know.
Was theirs lighter than yours because they had the flu
No,
shot?
actually, my wife got it worse. My son Ethan probably had it the lightest, which is weird. But I'm glad because he's the youngest. I felt really bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, that was, so we really haven't done anything.
Who's the culprit? Who brought it in?
Blake, the 8-year-old from second grade, I guarantee. Second grade, you're going down. I know you guys.
We know. Who in that class had the flu?
Yeah, Thompson Station Elementary, second grade, who had the flu about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Probably a bunch of y'all, who knows?
Yeah, they were walking around with.
Yeah, so.
Probably somebody that had the flu shot that had it so mild they couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
You ever have that, like, where you're out and about, touching people's food, you know, oh, good to see you. And then, like, 2 days later, you come down with, like, the flu and you're going, oh, dang.
Well, you know,
I didn't realize I
don't
had it.
typically go out and touch other people's food, but hey, to each
Yeah.
their own, right?
Yeah, I'm like, no, but you know what I mean? You're out in
Yeah,
public
you're
and you
like,
don't realize that you were sick. And
Oh,
then,
yeah, and
like
then
a
you're
day or
sick,
two
yeah.
later, you come down with the flu and you'd been out.
Don't let that come for you if you're eating.
Yeah, exactly.
Touching
Well,
people's food.
all right. Well, we really appreciate you guys watching. This is episode 1. We don't have a name for it yet, but that's coming soon. We hope you guys will watch. We're hoping to do this weekly.
Yeah.
Weekly from right here in Legacy Coffee. All right, y'all. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks.